Yo, what's up? Alright, so what we have here is obviously it's a pretty simple multi-layer perceptron network, right? Um, so in pytorch, and right now we're using loss.backward here. But what we want to do is we want to just backpropagate manually from scratch. So that involves obviously chain rule derivatives, everything. So I suppose we can do that. Uh, but the first thing we need to do is we need to retain grad on all of these. So, okay. Second, yes. So obviously, let's go here. I'll stop backwards. Comment that thing out. We don't need that anymore. What's annoying is that we have to call torch.retain grad on all of them, all of these intermediate tensors, and that's kind of annoying because it would be nice if there's a easier way than doing like instead of having to go to your intermediate tensors and write uh, t.retain grad. I feel like there's like an automated way you could do it. Um, well, yeah. All right. Let's throw. I think the best way to first add 4t and dot grad is we create something known as intermediates, right? So after 4p and parameter p dot grad is none, we have to call for t in intermediate t dot retain grad, right? But now we have to find intermediates. So how are we gonna do this? I think let's just go down the list and let's append these all to intermediates. Or okay, let's call and then let's define intermediates. We could manually append it all, but I think we just create a list, bro. So we do loss, log probs, probs. Just call everything. Call on everything. Count sum. Just call on everything. I think it's probably the cleanest approach. Counts and let's add Okay, cool. There we go. So we do counts, inverse. I wish there was a nicer way to do this, but I'm not really sure what that would be. So I don't know. Uh, Z2. I don't think we need Z2 max. Never mind. I think we might need Z2 max. Z2 max, right? We need Z2, obviously. That's a big one. We need H. Now these are all the I think we just manually just type all these in. So HP there, inverse. Um, okay, I think okay. It's running black. It's running with black formatter. It's like configuring it. I don't know why it needs to figure that. Okay, I don't know. It won't let me save, but for now it's good. Yeah, if you guys want to know what I'm watching, I'm just checking my work against just a similar implementation by Andre Carpenter. Yeah, so now we need to backpropagate through this, right? So let's see. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what Carpathy does. So first, okay. So let's start with obviously the backpropagation of studio. Backpro- Okay. So let's start with the thing. So let me get a pen and paper here. Okay. So softmax is pretty simple, right? I think we started here. So we're currently looking for the derivative of looking for the derivative of the logits with respect to the sorry, derivative of the logits, which is z2 in our case, with respect to um thing, right? So okay, let's start trying to do that. Okay. So so let's start with so there's softmax and then there's um okay, so let's start with a simpler task. We don't want to find with respect to the logits. Let's start by finding the derivative of the loss with respect to probability, right? So and so we're doing this for what's going on, but it's not softmax, it's yeah, cost center, right? So obviously our loss is pretty simple. It's just negative log of the predicted versus the actual. So the loss as an expression is going to be wait. These are all going to be zero except for wait. Yeah, so negative log of the predicted. It's basically what we do. I also so dl by d robs. Well, we don't just take the log of robs. Ah, okay, wait. So this is the mean loss, right? Dot mean. So when we're taking the derivative of the mean loss with respect to the probs, right? It's zero for all the probs except the correct one, right? So that will be you normally add them up, but instead you do -1 over props of I, right? And then the problem is you're also meaning it. So a mean means you're summing over. Yeah, so it would be -1 over props I. But we have multiple examples. So we need to find the average gradient, not just the, yeah, it wouldn't just be -1 over props I. It would actually be something completely different. Actually, not completely different, but reasonably different. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to, wait, what? Okay, so prop is the y-axis is the amount of batches, and then the x-axis is the amount of classes, right? Wait, I understand the level of the individual, but not the. Right. So -1 over props of I, where I is the correct class, right? Okay. I might need a little bit of help here from. Okay, wait. So when you're doing when you, a okay, wait. I'm any extreme, bro. I don't feel like streaming, bro. I don't feel like talking much.